Hi everybody, this is Leaford, coming to you from my apartment in Shenzhen, China. When I first started working for Vapor4Life, the main goal that I set for myself was to improve vapor production and performance. The original Vapor Kings that Steve sent samples of to me back in April 2008 were truly outstanding. Light, easy draw, tons of vapor, and a burst-delicious flavor that really burst in your mouth with each puff. I wanted to recapture that, and Steve had been trying very hard, but hadn't quite gotten back to the level of performance of those first sets. This was the Vapor King. This was the Vapor King cartridge that Steve sent me shortly before I joined Vapor4Life. And while the performance was good, it wasn't outstanding. Let me try that again and not blow it directly in the camera. It's good, but not outstanding. And also the vapor production begins slowly and builds to a peak and then plateaus off. We wanted it to start off with its full vapor potential. The first change that I made was ensuring that every cartridge was filled with 1.0 milliliters exactly, not the 0.8 that we had been getting. And that, in and of itself, made a big improvement. Much better. But it still requires some primer puffs to get the cartridge going, and it still takes a dozen puffs or so to really climb to its maximum potential. So we kept working. The next step that I made was to improve the battery function. By increasing the air holes, I increased the air flow, and the more air that flows through, the more vapor can be carried. White chocolate strawberry. Much better. But we weren't satisfied there. We hunted around trying to find better manufacturers, ones that could produce a cartomizer that did not require multiple puffs in order for the vapor level to climb to its maximum potential. And we found it. We actually found two of them. And thus were born our Premium Cartomizers. They're coming right now in two flavors, but there are two varieties because from two different manufacturers, and we weren't able to standardize between them before Chinese New Year. But in the future, these differences will smooth over and disappear. Right now, the one variety of Premium Cartomizer is slightly longer than the other and has a hard top, which unfortunately is difficult to remove. But the vapor level starts out with its maximum potential and stays there throughout the cartridge life. Much better. And the flavor just bursts in your mouth like the originals we had way back in April 2008. Absolutely fantastic performance. The other variety comes with are the same length as the originals and has a soft, easy to remove rubber tip. This is what will become standard for all of our cartomizers after Chinese New Year. Pop, and that's just with an ordinary toothpick. And again, the vapor level and the flavor transmission are truly outstanding. I really think these are the best cartomizers on the market. I certainly haven't seen anything to compare with them. vapor is so much, vapor production is so much higher than our earlier cartomizers, and they begin with their maximum vapor potential. There's no buildup period. And the flavors. Part of that is from my working directly with the manufacturers to improve the flavors, particularly on the fruit flavors, which are much more like real fruit than before, much less like candy, Jolly Rancher, whatever. These are very much like biting into a real piece of fruit. The watermelon, my particular favorite, is just amazing. It's like sipping on fresh watermelon juice, one of my favorite drinks in Thailand. But it's also from the cartomizer itself. There have been small key changes to the design and construction of the cartomizer internal construction on both of our premium cartomizer varieties, which really make the flavor just pop in your mouth. It just bursts. Just fantastic, you know. I really think you're all going to enjoy the premium cartomizers. Right now, we have over 24 premium cartomizer flavors on our website. They include, but are not limited to, caramel mocha frappuccino, chocolate, cola, Doc Pepper, and the Doc Pepper is a huge improvement. I want to add over the earlier Doc Pepper flavors. I worked very hard on getting that one right. English toffee, grape, which is wonderful, green apple cobbler, peanut butter cup, which is, again, a big improvement over the earlier peanut butter cups, which were too strong on the peanut butter, not strong enough on the chocolate. This is just like biting into a Reese's. Peach, strawberry, and my favorite, watermelon, as well as a variety of tobacco and menthol flavors. I really think you're going to enjoy them all. The last thing I want to mention is the new Vapor King Passthrough. Again, I put a lot of hard work into getting this one right, but the genesis of it was actually from you guys. Our forum members gave us suggestions on what they would like to see, and we incorporated them. First thing is a flexible coil on the USB end. This will give you extra length when you need it without taking up the desktop space when you don't. It also acts as kind of a shock absorber when you absentmindedly wander away from the computer with your pass-through in your hand. We also gave it a heavier duty, stiffer cable. That should prevent the problem of the cable getting bent and kinked up and the wires breaking inside. Lastly, instead of the standard connector on the battery end of the cable just going through a hole in a regular ash cap, we put on this heavy-duty rubber multi-flex connector. That should prevent the wire twisting around and coming loose inside. All in all, this should be the heaviest duty, most durable, long-lasting pass-through on the market, short of one of those oversized mods. And the performance of it is equally outstanding. Put on my watermelon. I love this flavor. Like I say, it's been a long 2.5 months for me here. Yeah, I've been working very hard, long hours, 6 days a week, and I think that the results of my efforts are going to be clear to you. So, try our new premium cartomizers. Try our new easy draw batteries in the beautiful new colors. And try the Vapor King Passthrough. I think you'll be very pleased with all three of them. I'm certainly pleased and proud of my efforts.